Alexander the Great was the son of King Philip II in Macedonia and became king in 359 BC when he was just 20 years old after the assassination of his father. Alexander had great military training and was taught science, geography, and literature by Aristotle. He was a brilliant diplomat yet a ruthless, bloodthirsty leader. Alexander claimed many riches when he sacked many cities, but always shared much of it with his men, gaining much support and respect from them. He was seen as a great liberator of his people and was therefore crowned pharaoh or god king. Also, when he conquered a region, he did not try to change their culture or beliefs. He admired the Persian culture, adopting and growing it. He had a great effect on the culture of the region. He blended the cultures of Persia, Egypt, and India, later known as the Hellenistic culture. The city of Alexander, being named after himself, became the most popular city for Hellenistic culture and commerce, and because of this, was able to prosper as an international community. It was one of the most advanced cities of its time. He also greatly shaped the politics and military aspects in the area. Alexander was so focused on expanding the empire, though, that they neglected to properly unify his territory. He died before he was finally able to start improving the empire and its infrastructure, and so ending the empire, which then broke into fragments. But his legacy remains strong for many years to come. Alexandrian scholars are responsible for giving the West most of its knowledge by preserving Greek and Egyptian thinking. Because of him, many advances in astronomy, mathematics, physics, philosophy, architecture, and art influenced the world as we know it today. He is also considered one of the most powerful rulers to have ever lived. The Abbasids was the second of two great dynasties whose power grew out of the downfall of religious and political oppositions in the Umayyad Caliphate. These caliphates rose to power after the death of Muhammad in 750 AD. Once in power, the Abbasids consolidated and moved the capital to Baghdad in 762. This city was a key component of trade routes in the area. The Abbasids had a strong bureaucracy and got help from religious people. They had different departments to control finances, military, and had diplomats in various countries. This was the most prosperous time in Muslim history, mainly due to good trade and taxes that were levied on trade goods and land. They were the first government to set up banks with the use of checks that we know and use today. They had two big seafaring networks in the Mediterranean Sea and Indian Ocean. Their land trade network included the Silk Roads of China, India, Europe, and Africa. They supported the arts like science, mathematics, and philosophy. The Seljuk power arose out of the fallen Abbasid rule. The Seljuks were one of the first migrating Turkish people. As they grew in numbers, they were able to take Baghdad from the Persians in 1055. In 1071, they captured two major areas in the Byzantine Empire and almost conquered New Rome. As the Seljuks were largely illiterate, the loyal Persians gave them cultural and religious ideals, and the Seljuks took on the Persian way of life, supporting Persian architects and artists. After the death of Malik Shah in 1092, the empire quickly disintegrated. A small fragment of Seljuks led by Saladin recovered Jerusalem in 1187. Because of a truce between Saladin and King Richard I of England, Jerusalem was given back to the Muslims, but Christians had access to their holy places. In 1258, the Mongols took Baghdad, but the empire later crumbled and was taken over by the Ottomans and were Turks themselves.